Hi, this is Pearl and welcome to my channel. So today I have for you the one size concealer. It's called the Turn Up the Base Buttersilk Concealer. I have mine in the color 2 shades. Let's see, I have it in light 3N and medium 1N. So if you're interested in seeing how this concealer wears on my hyperpigmentation and mature skin, mature eyes with fine lines and wrinkles, then please keep on watching. Okay, so I've already prepped my face the way I normally prep my face. I use the Versali liquid powder and then I put on the Tarte smoothing primer. I did put on my favorite, I'm using my favorite foundation for right now, which is the Forever Natural Nude by Dior. And I'm already halfway through. Been using this almost every day, if you notice in the description box below. But I thought we would go ahead and try this concealer. Let me go ahead and put my hair back. It's so hot. I thought we would do a wear test with this concealer. So I have mine in 2 different colors. I thought I would get one for under my eyes and then one for my hyperpigmentation. So I have high hopes for this because Patrick Starr, he's got texture and oily skin as well. So I know that our skin types are similar. So I thought I would try this out and I have high hopes. But it says, Turn Up the Base Buttersilk Concealer is an all-day wear, do-it-all medium to full coverage concealer that acts as the most targeted texture solver, glide on skin like butter on toast. Doesn't that sound delicious? It's a full coverage matte finish and it's for normal, dry, combo, and oily skin. It comes in 24 shades. And if you look there, it looks like it's covered a wide range of skin tones. So let's go ahead and try this on. It says to apply concealer under each eye and onto blemishes or imperfections using your finger, damp sponge, or brush. Blend concealer into the skin and build to achieve desired coverage. So let's go ahead and swatch this out. This one is L3 Neutral. So this is what the doe foot applicator looks like. It's a huge concealer though. So let's go ahead and swatch this one. That's L3 and this one is M1 Neutral. So hopefully these colors work for me. And that one's M1 Neutral. So I'm going to start with the M1 Neutral and put it on my hyperpigmentation. I thought I would do a wear test. So take a good look at my skin now. I have some texture here and of course my pores. But let's go, and this uninvited guest right there. But let's go ahead and put this on. I do like the big, oh no, this looks too light for me. Yeah, this is a medium one. Okay, good to know. I think this is way too light. Well, we'll still do the wear test, okay? And then, it's so hard to find your color when you're ordering online, right? So let's do that. Cover these uninvited guests. At least my whole face will be light. And then I'm gonna take the L3 under my eyes and on my nose. So we'll just put a little bit there. And right up here. So I thought I would blend one side with a brush and one side with a sponge. So let's try this side with a sponge. I'm just taking my beauty blender that I used for my foundation. And let's blend that out. Let me bring you in closer. Okay, I just took a quick break to put some eye drops in my eyes. I used the Lumify and it works really well. So I want you to look and look how great that looks under my eye. I think that looks really good. It is medium, it is full coverage, I will say that. So let me go ahead and use this with a brush. And I don't have a lot of like really intense dark circles, but I do. Okay, it's blending much better with a sponge. So I'm going to take a little bit more of the light 3. I get better coverage with the sponge, so I'm going to use a sponge on this side again. So the brush doesn't work as well. And don't mind the color because it's a lot lighter for me than what I would normally use. But I want you to take a good look at that. I think that looks pretty good. It looks a little bit crepey right here, but we'll see how that turns out. So let me blend the rest of this in. around my nasolabial fold where it always creases. But I think that's just the anatomy of my nose. I'm getting hyperpigmentation right above my eyebrows. And this is a full coverage concealer. I can tell that it's full coverage. And right where I put the doe foot applicator and I let it sit a while, you can see that it tends to stick better to the skin. So that's under my eyes. So let's do this area. Ooh. Okay, don't let it sit too long. It dries quickly. So let's take a really good look before I put powder on. It doesn't take away the look of my hyperpigmentation completely, even though it is full coverage. But because I let it sit there before I blended it out, it is thicker, or it's more coverage. Okay, let me put powder on. For under my eyes, I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish right here. This is the one I like to use under my eyes. Let's put it under one eye and take a look. This side with powder, this side without. It did deepen the color of the concealer a little bit, even though I'm using the light or fair one. But that's okay, it was really bright anyway. I still think it looks pretty good. It still looks a little dry and crepey right there. But that's, you know, that's mature skin, right? For the rest of my face, I'm gonna go in with the Huda Beauty Pound Cake like I normally would. This is what I like to use to really set my face to conceal my hyperpigmentation. So let's go ahead and do this. I do like the one size powder, and I thought about using that, but I've been comparing everything with the Huda Pound Cake and the Charlotte Tilbury. So I thought I would continue doing that. So let's take a look here. So with the concealer and the powder, it does diminish the look of my pores right there. Can you see that? So this is the side powdered, this is the side without. And I'm not necessarily baking, but I really am powdering it down because, you know, I have an oily AF face. Okay, let's take a good look. That's my forehead. I think my eyes look pretty good. It's a little crepey right there, but that's my eyes. And I think it does diminish the look of, you can't really see the texture there too much. It's not emphasizing my texture right there. It is 9:54, so I am going to put on the rest of my face and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I just did my face. I'm using the Wilderness palette by Beauty Bay to do my eyes. It'll be on my Instagram feed somehow or other. Do I look like that gal from, what show was that? The Drew Carey show? I'm not used to wearing blues like this, but what do you guys think? Okay, all right, so it was 9:55, and let's do a wear test. I'll see you back in a few hours. Let's go ahead and take a closer look. I think it looks pretty good. Oh, you know what? I didn't set my face. Let me set my face. I usually do set my face with the Charlotte Tilbury setting spray, so that would be something normal for me. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look now. I think it looks pretty good. It's a little crepey right under there, but I mean, all my concealers do a little bit of that. But the true test is how this is going to wear throughout the day. I will see you back here in a few hours, so I'll see you then. Okay, it's 1:30, so I've been wearing the Patrick Starr One Size Concealer for 3.5 hours. Now, I did look in my magnifying mirror, and let's take a look. It looks good under my eyes. It is breaking up around my nose, but my nose has been itchy. And you can see where I had my sunglasses on. Right around here, my sunglasses touched my cheeks, so it rubbed off a little bit there. And I noticed a little bit, what's this side or this side? Oh, I think it's this side, where it rubbed off a little bit too. And I'm not sure if that's from the mask or from what, because I did run some errands, but these I think is pearl air, not the concealer air. But I do notice like my lip is really dry, and I put a little concealer there, and I think it's accentuating that. But usually I don't have that peeling aspect of my of my face. But let's look under my eyes. I think it looks great. Okay, I'm gonna keep wearing this for a few more hours and I'll check in with you then. I thought I might show you what it looks like in direct sunlight. I think it looks pretty good. I didn't do a good enough job of hiding this, but all right, I'll see you back in a few hours. Okay, it is 7:20. I've been wearing this concealer for about 9.5 hours today. I meant to do a check-in earlier, but got distracted with kids. So let me bring you in closer so we can take a look. As you can see, the concealer didn't really stay on where I have acne, but it was really hot, so I was doing this to get the sweat off. I was wearing a mask a lot today, so it's obviously not transfer proof, as you can see here. It all lifted all around my nose and on my chin. But under the eyes, this concealer still looks good. I think it looks really good under the eyes. For 9.5 hours, it didn't really settle into my fine lines and wrinkles. I mean, it's all gone around my nose from my glasses, and around here it picked up a lot. So in that aspect, it's not good, but I like it under my eyes. Now, if you have dry under eyes, I don't think you're gonna like this. But for me, with my oily face, I'm pretty impressed. It does look a little bit crepey and dry under here, but I mean, this looks pretty good. I'm pretty impressed. I'm gonna have to keep wearing this to let you know how I feel. If we didn't have to wear masks all the time, I think this would have worked out well even on my areas of hyperpigmentation. But you can see here that it picked up everything, so I don't really like that much. And I did set my face, so, and it didn't cover this area. It was like 85 degrees here in San Diego, and I've been outside a lot because my daughter had a long dance class. She had dance classes today, so. All right, well, there you have it. That is my first impression of the One Star Turn Up the Base Buttersilk Concealer. Okay, it's another day. I decided I was gonna do a wear test for the Patrick Starr Turn Up the Base Buttersilk Concealer again, because yesterday I had to wear a mask most of the day, so it did rub off all over here. So I'm gonna try it again today. I need to wear a mask for about an hour while my daughter's at dance, but I'm gonna wear a different mask because the other one was the Pat McGrath mask that just lays against the skin. So I'm gonna try it again. Today I did set my face like I normally do, but today I'm wearing the Clé de Peau Radiant Fluid Matte Foundation. I have mine in the color 030. So I'm gonna go ahead and put these on again. I have mine in light 3 and medium 1. I think I do need to get this color changed because it's a little light for me. I think I have to get a different color because these colors are a little light for me. And today I'm gonna set it with the Patrick Starr powder instead of the Huda powder and see if that makes any difference as well. So there are a lot of different factors going into it today. And one thing to note about this concealer is it does dry down fast, but I still like to have part of it dry down faster than others, like especially around my areas of hyperpigmentation. So let me get this around my eyes. I think this Clé de Peau foundation is a little bit lighter than the Dior foundation I had on yesterday, so maybe this concealer will blend in a little bit better. This concealer will probably work well for me when I am in my winter shades. I just wanted to put a little bit more right there. Just started my period. Periods when you're perimenopausal, no joke. I have been laying in bed with cramps for a couple of hours. I mean, I always used to get cramps, so I guess I'm kind of used to it, but. Okay, so let's take a look at my face. Don't mind these two uninvited guests. I accidentally picked them. But let's take a look at my eyes. It still does look a little dry and crepey there, but that's my eyes. It's not accentuating anything. That's what it looks like. It doesn't fully cover my hyperpigmentation, but I don't expect it to, although I guess I could build it up. But I don't want to do that because I don't think I have the right colors. So now I'm going to go in with my Patrick Starr translucent powder. I do love this powder. Great for oily skin, and it does diminish the look of pores. I did take out the sifter that's on top, so I just dipped my powder into it. Kind of. And I'm not baking, I'm just pressing that in because I don't want concealer to move. I gotta figure out a way how to not get those marks from glasses. I mean, I do powder that down, I feel like pretty good. You can tell that this is a lighter foundation color than me, but I will go ahead and bronze up. So, and I already have the air conditioner on this morning, and it's not even 7:30 yet. Okay, let me bring you guys in closer so you guys can take a look at this. Make sure all the creases are gone from here. Okay, so let's bring you in closer. That's what my forehead is looking like. Look under my eyes. See how my pores look diminished? The Patrick Starr powder does do that. I'm a little dry around the corners of my mouth, so I didn't put concealer there today. Usually I like to put a little bit concealer there. So let me do a wear test. It is 7:25. I'm gonna check back in a few hours and see if it wears differently than it did yesterday.